Hello guys, and I am here for some awesome game day bingo. Super excited to be here with you guys live as I'm going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, sending out some messages as I will shoot you out some luck as you get on after some of this fantastic bingo we got right here in front of us. We got just 30 seconds to get enrolled into this upcoming game as we got that minor jackpot at $66, 52 balls or less. Not available in this matchup because that major jackpot sits at 52 balls or less, $4,969. That's still growing as we get enrolled. We also got that mega jackpot of $43,344 you can take home in 49 balls or less. All should be a lot of fun as we get after it in this game number one of Lunchtime Game Day Bingo. As we get after in this game number one, I would like to highlight some jackpot winners, as we've given out some great jackpots over the last 7 days, 17 to be exact, as we've also given out 334 jackpots already in this season 16. Now, I won't be covering all those jackpot winners, but I would like to highlight the 6 jackpot winners that took home some great prizes this weekend. The first one to go out this weekend went out to Fred over at LMNOPZA, taking home a $6,044 prize. Congratulations to you, Fred, in that great win. I think that was a little bit of a major jackpot in game day bingo that you were able to take home. Congratulations, Fred. We then saw another great prize go out as Dulce over at VFW Blaine took home a $2,500 prize as well. Great job to you, Dulce, taking home that fantastic win. We then saw Player over at Extra Innings take home a very large jackpot, $8,741 jackpots, $71. That was actually the largest jackpot to go out yesterday, so congratulations to you, Player, taking home that awesome win. We then move on to our Saturday jackpot winners, as Owie over at 3D's Sports Bar took home $7,356. As we saw one more jackpot prize go out on Saturday, as it was the largest jackpot to go out this weekend, as Jay Swizzy over at the Prairie Grill and Bar Bowl took home $9,174. Congratulations to you, Jay Swizzy. As we then saw one final jackpot go out during our awesome weekend of great gameplay, as Yags 370 was that final winner over at the Riverboat Depot, as they took home the only jackpot on Sunday, $7,659 going out to our longtime Pilot Games player, Yags 370. Congratulations. Good job to all 6 of our winners this weekend. We hope to add to that list with some great jackpot prizes available today. If we're able to give this out at 52 balls or less, you'll definitely get added to our jackpot prize, as that sits at 52 balls or less. We do have Jelena right now 2 balls away as we move on past that major prize, as all of our jackpots will be grown and rolled into this next game. That minor jackpot will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun here as we continue to get after it. But in this game, $10.90 will be going out. We'll see which one of these lucky players can get the win, as we got Jelena, Lit Girl, as well as Jer Bear. As it ends up being Little Girl over at VFW Spring Lake Park, take it home that awesome $10.90 must-go win. Congratulations to you on this awesome win in this great Monday, as we now get enrolled into this next game. This next matchup will include a minor jackpot at 54 balls or less, like I already mentioned, as that major prize continues to grow as well, closing in on $5,000. As we get enrolled into this game, I would like to give a quick shout out to our Facebook page, as you guys can do us a favor by showing us some love on that Facebook page and giving it a like and follow. Just search up Pilot Games and look for our logo. By doing that, you'll stay updated with weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also check out the website link on our Facebook page, as we have a link tree with all the info you need, including a bar locations tab that opens up a map that shows you all the pin locations where you can play Pilot Games. Our other social media links connect you to our Twitter as well as Instagram, and even more there as well. So really just the hub of all things Pilot Games, available on that awesome Facebook page. We'd love for you guys to be checking it out and taking home those amazing prizes. I would like to say we did change our logo up. So if you're used to our regular Pilot Games logo, it is now a three-lined P that kind of runs through a circle that has Pilot Games right over it. It's really fun and easy to be able to find. But it's a great little new logo that you can check out as you search up our name on Facebook. But like I said, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you do your social media, we probably have a page there. Unless you're still on MySpace or something, I don't think we still have a MySpace page. We got just 20 seconds to get enrolled into this next game. This will be a fun game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. And as we get enrolled into this game number 2, I'd like to go over our entire Game Day Bingo schedule, as I'll be here playing 12 games of Game Day Bingo from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. Obviously, this is the second of those 12 games, as I'll be trying to give out this minor, major, and mega prize. At 1 o'clock, we will switch on over to some Lucky 4 Bingo. That has the largest jackpot available today, even bigger than that mega prize, as it sits at $67,389. A great opportunity there. You'll then hop into more Game Day Bingo that will run from 1 all the way till 4 p.m., once again working on that minor, major, and mega prize, as you'll then play some more Lucky 4 Bingo at 4 p.m., another shot at that $67,000 prize if it didn't go out at 1 o'clock. I'll be back here once again to play some Happy Hour Game Day Bingo from 4 all the way till 6, as Monday through Friday, except for this week it will be a little different since it is Thanksgiving. Thursday through Friday will not be here live, but Monday through Wednesday, I'll be here live playing Game Day Bingo from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. At 6 o'clock, we will then play a little matchup of Lucky 4 Bingo, a nice shot at that $67,000 if it didn't go out at 4 or at 1 p.m. Afterwards, you'll hop into the rest of your Game Day Bingo, as that will finish off your night running from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. on this lovely Monday. But we do like to interrupt that 6 to 10 Game Day Bingo twice a week with PGL Specialty Nights. Our first PGL Specialty Night will be happening on tomorrow night, as that at 6:40 p.m. you'll have a shot at a MegaSota game night. That gets started at 6:40 every single Tuesday, with huge jackpot prizes to be won, as well as great cash prizes, including a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale game, where you could take home $27,688 in 54 balls or less. It's definitely a great time there. We hope to see you guys out there for that MegaSota game night. You can also come out for our other PGL special night, our Wild Wednesday. That gets started at 7 p.m. every single Wednesday. I live host those Wild Wednesdays, giving out great prizes and huge PGL points along with it. Should be a blast. If you plan on coming out for either of those special nights, make sure you're signed up at pgl.world so you can be a member of our Pilot Gambling League, earning points in our PGL standings. Currently, right now, we have about 50 balls dropped in this game, as we got Chucker right now 4 balls away. They would have to be perfect if they wanted to take home this minor jackpot, and it doesn't look like they will be, as we'll be moving on to try to give out that must-go prize of $11.80. We'll see who can take home this $11.80 must-go, as that minor jackpot in the following game will be clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. Should make for a very fun game number 3. But in this game, too, let's see who takes home $11.80, as Mikey Mike and Lou Nanny are both 1 ball away, as Mikey Mike gets the lucky ball to fall over at Clive's Roadhouse Blaine. Congratulations to you, Mikey Mike, in this awesome matchup of Game Day Bingo, as we will now be getting enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo, with that minor jackpot clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. Should be a great time as we get working through this lovely matchup. Just about 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled. And as we get enrolled into this game number 3, I would like to start highlighting some awesome national days. Our first national day I'll be highlighting is National Play With Your Dad. National Play With Your Dad Day encourages fathers to spend the day focus on fun with their kids. It's a day designed for bonding and memories. Absolutely a great one to highlight. Play Day with your dad. I have some of my best memories playing around, doing different things with my dad, and so it's great to be able to highlight my one thing that we bonded over was sports. We absolutely loved playing sports wherever we could, whether it was pick-up basketball games, where sometimes they'd end with bloody noses with how serious we'd get into them, or it would because of elbows being thrown. We were both post players. We both played in the paint, and so we'd get physical. And it was always a fun time to play basketball with my dad, playing catch football, running through football drills, as he was a football fanatic, a football coach all growing up for me. And so I definitely loved doing sports with him, bonded with him, just being a coach in my sports, as he pretty much coached everything I was in as a kid, whether it was football, basketball. If I was doing baseball, he was going to be an assistant coach there. It was always that kind of deal, and it was always a great memories. And some of the best bonding that I had with my dad was through those different sports that we played together, and he would help coach and teach me lessons from. And it's a great one to be able to highlight as you bond closer by playing with your dad, and it's a great one to highlight. So any dads out there, I shoot some luck out to you so that you can take home a jackpot prize and get home to your kids earlier than maybe later, as hopefully a good cash prize can get you, be like, hey, I'm going to take the rest of the day off of work and I'm going to go play with my kids, as it is a national day for that, National Play Day with Dad. A great one to be able to highlight, and shout out to any dad that does take their time to be able to play and have fun with their kids, as it does mean so much to them. As we move on to our next National Day, this National Day is a tasty one. National Parfait Day. Parfait Day kicks off breakfast, lunch, snack, or dessert just right on November 25th. This versatile dish serves up sweet or healthy in layers of goodness. This is a delicious one to be able to highlight. I always loved a good parfait during as a snack during my lunchtime, as there was at school, as whenever I was in high school, as usually they'd serve up parfait as a little side dish that you could have as a snack, and it was always super good, whether it was coming in the morning and I had ended up missing out on my breakfast before heading into school and I needed to get a parfait just in because I decided to sleep in too late, or it was that I just wanted that snack in the middle of the day at like 1:30 after I had an early morning lunch and had to enjoy a parfait. It was a great one. It's healthy as well, as you can mix in those fruits, granola, and some healthy proteins with some good old yogurt. It's definitely a great one to be able to highlight, as parfaits come in a multitude of flavors, some healthier than others, some closer to a dessert than others. So it's a fun one to be able to highlight here on today, National Parfait Day. Hopefully you guys can enjoy this delicious snack, lunch, dessert, whatever you want to call it, on this awesome National Parfait Day. We got 45 balls dropped in this game, as we still got players in line, with Kel and Little Girl leading the charge at that 5-ball away marker. As more players join up there, we'll be seeing if they can get the lucky 56 balls or less, as it's looking like it's going to be pretty tough to be able to give out this major prize at 52 balls or less. But at 3 balls away, Okie is still in line to be able to take home this minor jackpot, $101.18. We'll see if those lucky 2 balls can fall right here, right now, as we see at 56 balls. It will not be going out. We'll be moving on, trying to give out $18.50 on this must-go, as Okie and Daryl are now waiting for that lucky ball to come across our screen. As 073 is that lucky ball, Mikey Mike over at Clive's Roadhouse Blaine is taking home the win. $18.50 going out to you, Mikey Mike, in this fantastic game of bingo action. This was a great game number 3, as we'll be getting enrolled into this game number 4. Just 2 minutes for you to get enrolled into this upcoming action, as we have that minor jackpot now clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. And as we get enrolled, major prize also at $5,000. So if it doesn't go out at 52 balls or less, that will be clicking up in ball count heading into not this game, but the following game as well. Great game number 4 to get involved in. As we move on to our next National Day. This National Day is Shopping Reminder Day. Shopping Reminder Day kicks off an unofficial countdown of sorts. Whether you're finishing up or just getting started, holiday shopping is a task that either stresses people or excites them. Definitely a one to be able to highlight here on today. I know I need to get my shopping done as I'm getting ready for some great family who's going to be visiting up, and I want to be able to get them a few gifts of sorts as try to do it whenever I got a little bit of extra cash to be able to do it with. But it's a great one to be able to highlight here on today as we got Thanksgiving right around the corner on this Thursday, November 28th. The 29th is going to be a big shopping day. So if you do plan on getting out on that Black Friday, make yourself a list on today of what are the items you need, who you're going to be buying those items for, and getting ready for that holiday season that is right around the corner as it's, it goes from Thanksgiving to Christmas really, really quick. And so it's a great reminder here on today to get those lists started, figuring out where you want to go shop and what you want to get. I still haven't decided what I'm going to get. My younger brothers, I got them Lego sets last year, which were super fun. They ended up enjoying it. I don't know what I'm going to do this year as there's so many different random things to get out there and I like to get things that they need, not necessarily Legos all the time, but Legos they love. They love Legos. So I do like to get that kind of stuff. But I really don't know what I'm going to shop for my siblings this year. It's interesting as they all live down in Florida. They all enjoy that weather down there. Maybe I got to get some stuff that's more inducive to the Florida temperatures or something. I have no idea. I can't decide. But I'll have to start doing that, thinking about what I'm going to get them with Shopping Reminder Day right here. As we do have one more national days that I would like to highlight, as this is National Blase Day. Blase Day is observed annually on November 25th. We aren't certain if we should feel excited about it, or if we should feel blasé about the day. I cannot say that I know at all what they're saying. Maybe I'm saying the word wrong. Balza Day. It means impressed or indifferent to something because one has experienced or seen it so often before. Unimpressed or indifferent about that because you've seen it so many times before. Very interesting. Yeah, just not easily impressed, excited, worried by things is kind of the day. So it's kind of a day to be nonchalant, to not be surprised by the things that come at you on today as you see them so often. Definitely a great one to be highlighting on today. I don't know if it's a great one to be able to highlight, but it's our national day list. And so Balza Day is what we highlight here on today. Hopefully you guys can feel a little bit more calm, cool, collected in any of those situations. We got 47 balls dropped in this matchup. We got 4 balls away for Teeny Tiny and KTLMNOP right now leading the charge. We'll see as Teeny Tiny now is at 3 balls away, still in line to be able to take home that minor jackpot, as that major prize will not be going out in this game. It'll be clicking up in ball count from 52 to 53 balls or less, definitely getting more exciting as we get through these matchups. It's getting tougher and tougher to see that minor jackpot go out as we need 2 lucky balls to fall if we want to give this one out. Doesn't look like it's happening. We're moving on, trying to give out a $22.60 must-go prize, as that prize will be going out to our great winner, Phil M. over at the Sportsman's Pub in Remmer. Congratulations to you, Phil M., taking home $22.60 in this great game of Game Day Bingo, as we'll now be getting enrolled into this next matchup. This next game will include a minor jackpot at 60 balls or less. I'm feeling pretty confident we can end up giving out at 60 balls or less. We'll see if we can make this thing happen as you guys get enrolled over the next 2 minutes. As you get enrolled into this game, I would like to talk a bit about our Vikings, who are now 9-2 on the season. Sam Darnold figured the Vikings would recover the Bears' onside kick near the end of regulation, and he would only need to kneel. though things got a little more complicated, he'll take this result. Darnold threw for 90 of his 330 yards in overtime to set up Parker Romo's game-ending 29-yard field goal, and Minnesota outlasted Chicago 30-27 on Sunday after giving up 11 points in the final 22 seconds of regulation. You're expecting to recover the onside kick and just take some knees, Darnold said. So your mindset is you've got to get ready to go back out there and execute at a high level. And I feel like our offense did a really good job of that, obviously in overtime. Darnold threw 2 touchdown passes. Jordan Addison had 8 catches for a career-high 162 yards and a touchdown, as TJ Hockenson had a 114-yard receiving for the Vikings, his best game back since he's been back from his injury, as the Vikings remain 1 game behind Detroit in the rugged NFC North. Very cool stuff there. It's a close race in this NFC North, as the Packers were able to get a win against the 49ers. I was hoping that the 49ers were going to get the win so we could have a little bit of breathing room here in this NFC North, but everybody is playing well. Packers are 8-3. Lions are 10-1, and we are sitting at 9-2, right in the middle. And so it's a very, very close race here. It's hard to predict who's going to be in that number 1 spot at the end of this race, as it feels like it's anybody's game. It's probably the most competitive division in the entire NFL. I don't know if you can compare it to anybody else in it, as the only one even close is the AFC West, I would say, with the amount of competitive teams, as you have Chiefs at 10-1, Chargers at 7-3, and Broncos at 7-5. And so all those teams are good, but it's still not on the level of what the NFC North is putting out there at 10-1, 9-2, and 8-3. It is a tough conference. And even the Bears, though they are 4-7, are not a terrible team. They can put up a fight. We just saw it yesterday, where Caleb Williams might have had his best game as a Bear going up against our Vikings. Not necessarily what we wanted to see. We need to execute a little bit more on overtime. We can't let them get those. It should have been over during regulation. But the Bears were able to make a comeback in there. They scored 17 points in the 4th quarter. We need to execute better at the end of the game. But Sam Darnold had himself a game, 330 yards, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones had himself a game as well, 106 yards and a touchdown as well. It was great to be able to see us be able to get that win in a very tough matchup. But the matchups don't get any easier, as we are done with the easy portion of this schedule, as we are now heading back into playing some pretty decent teams, as our first game back to playing some winning football is taken on the Cardinals at Sunday at 12 p.m. Should be a fun Thanksgiving weekend matchup, as the Cardinals currently sit at a record of 5-6 on the year. They're not quite what our Vikings are, but I mean, 6-win team is better than the last 3 teams that we've played, as Bears are at 4 wins. Then you have the Jaguars, who are at, I think, 2 wins or 3 wins maybe. Titans are somewhere in that range as well. Everybody's less than 4 wins in those last 3 games. So we need to be able to pick it up, play a little bit better football. Even Colts were, not a very winning team. They're a 4-win team. So get back to playing teams with winning records, as then we got Falcons heading into that following week. The rematch of Kirk Cousins versus our Vikings should be very, very interesting stuff. Well, before I get into the ETAB game that we teamed up with the Vikings for, we should have a winner here, as $26.40 is going out to Tanya over at the Old Paper in Lakeville. Congratulations to you, Tanya, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into this next game with that minor jackpot clicking up from 60 now to 62 balls or less. I'm feeling pretty confident as we head into this game. We also still have that major prize at 53 balls or less, and it should be a lot of fun as we continue to compete. As we compete, I would like to talk about that ETAB game that we teamed up with the Vikings for, called Vikings Victory. You can pick a letter in the Skull bonus round to send some to try and win some Hail Mary jackpots. It's a lot of fun there and shows great support for our Vikings. But right now, we're playing some wild-themed Game Day Bingo. And once you play this Game Day Bingo, you're actually earning points towards the Game Day Bingo standings. Currently, in 10th place, we got Mike over at American Legion Brooklyn Center with 86,000 points. With 90,000 points in 9th place, we got Fast Eddie over at Hiller's Last Call Liquor. 8th place is Yags 370 over at the Sidetrack, sitting with 93,000 points. As 6'9" T-Bird over at the Lookout Bar and Grill sits in 7th with 99,000 points. With 100,000 points in 6th place, we got Maggie over at the Heartland University. As Viddy over at the Municipal Liquor Store Akeley sits in 5th place with 104,000 points. With 105,000 points in 4th place, we got Jer Bear over at the B&B Sports Bar and Grill. As Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville has our 3rd place player playing at it, Brother Nate with 170,000 points. Big jump up. As we now move on to the 200,000 point club, as 2nd place is Mimi over at the L&M Bar with 211,000 points. As our number 1 player in this game, awesome total of points, 360,000 Game Day Bingo points. It's Call Me Jen over at JR Mac. I know we see Call Me Jen out there quite a lot competing for these awesome Game Day Bingo wins. Moving on to the location side of the standings, as 10th place is the Old Piper in Blaine with 160,000 points. With 183,000 points in 9th place, we got Danny's Dugout. As the Lookout Bar and Grill sits in 8th with 187,000 points. With 196,000 points in 7th place, we got the Sidetrack. As 6th place is the Riverboat Depot with 218,000 points. With 254,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. As 4th place is Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 258,000 points. With 286,000 points in 3rd place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. As our number 2 location is the L&M Bar with 302,000 points. And our number 1 location in these Game Day Bingo standings is JR Mac with 443,000 Game Day Bingo points. Great job to JR Mac and all of those awesome locations, having a lot of fun while playing pilot games. Should be a lot of fun as we continue to play some more of this Game Day Bingo action. We currently have a 62 ball or less minor jackpot of $211 just waiting for someone to be able to take it home. Right now, we got players already 10 balls away. We'll see if we can end up giving it out in this awesome matchup. As we continue to compete in this matchup, I would like to talk about our E-Tabs. As we have over 70 different Charitable E-Tab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. These games have small bets ranging from 50 cents to $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. We would love for you to check them out. Definitely some great action there that we'd love for you guys to see, having some fun time. Our E-Tab Spotlight of today. Let me think. E-Tab Spotlight for today will be the awesome E-Tab game Space Sweepers. Alien Invasion Alert. Earthlings, brace yourself for an excitement of one of our newest E-Tab games, Space Sweeper. Get ready to defend the planet against the extraterrestrial invasion while winning cash prizes up to $1,495 in the Moon Conqueror and Space Sweeper bonus. Martian Invasion players, you will like this new E-Tab game as it is bringing a lot of that great space fun. Let me know how you like Space Sweepers, an awesome E-Tab game themed after some spooky, ooky aliens. We got 2 balls away for some of our players as we're trying to give out $211 as we did move past that major jackpot at 53 balls or less. Jesse right now is 1 ball away. We'll see if Jesse takes home the win right here as maybe Mouse or Vic are going to be able to take home the win now as 068, not the lucky ball. It's I-24 that gives us the win, as it's a split win. Each of you actually missing out on our minor jackpot. I thought it was going to be a split win on our minor jackpot, but no. $39.50 is being split up between these two players. Just one ball away from taking home that win. As Vic, I know, as well as Jer Bear are each taking home a little under 20 bucks on that great win. Congratulations to both you guys as we now get enrolled into this next game. This next game will include a now minor jackpot at 64 balls or less. If we don't give it out at 64 balls or less, what are we doing, guys? So get enrolled and press play. Just about 2 minutes for you guys. Well, actually, just a minute 25 for you guys to get into this upcoming action. But currently, as we are playing this game, we are playing some wild-themed game day bingo. And we'd love to cover some of our wild and what's been going on, as the Calgary Flame were able to beat our wild 4-3 after we blew a 2-goal lead late in the third period on Saturday. Kirill Kaprizov did not play after getting hurt in Edmonton on Thursday. He is tied for the NHL scoring title and is on a 7-game point streak. Marcus Johansson and Brock Fabers, as well as Marco Rossi, scored for Minnesota in that matchup against the Flames. The NHL's top road team, the Wild, have lost only once in regulation in 13 games, as that was an overtime loss that we ended up losing. Now we sit at 13-3-4 on the year. Well, we hope to get Kaprizov back ready and going, as he is a day-to-day injury type guy right now. We hope to see him back off the injury list for our game. I would love to know what is the injuries looking like for him, as he didn't sustain a serious injury for Edmonton. I would just like to know if we think he's going to be back in that. As he will be a game-time decision Monday against Winnipeg, as that's the game that we'll be playing. We'll be taking on the Winnipeg Jets at home at 7 p.m. At least it's a home matchup, so we get a little bit of that leeway with Kaprizov to really let him recover. He doesn't have to travel and be all uncomfortable. Hopefully he is good right here. And send some luck out to our Wild in that game at 7 p.m. By playing the great ETAB game, let's go Wild. You can check out the Slapshot bonus round to see if you can score yourself one of those awesome jackpot prizes. It's always a great time. We love that ETAB game, Let's Go Wild, one of my personal favorites. As we're working through this game right here, though, working on a $289 minor jackpot at 64 balls or less, I would like to give you guys a little friendly reminder that when you're playing Pilot games, don't forget to share those awesome player pictures with us. We absolutely love seeing your smiling faces. And if you happen to hit a jackpot, hold up your iPad and show off that happy face with the jackpot message. We'd love to celebrate with you. You can also send us pictures of you playing with your friends or your favorite bartender. To share your pictures, you can either direct message them to us on Facebook, post them with the hashtag PilotGames, or email them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. I cannot wait to see all the fun moments that you guys capture out there while playing some of these fantastic games that we play right here. We got players 8 balls away in this matchup with loser Mikey Mike and Mindy Baby leading the charge. We are at about 39 balls dropped in this matchup, as we'll wait and see who could take home that awesome win. As we're working through this, I would like to tell you guys also to get ready for our PGL special night. We would love for you guys to be prepped and ready for those nights on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. And if you do plan on coming out for those, sign up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. As a PGL member, you'll compete for points and get exclusive insider info. Plus, we've got a monthly newsletter that's packed with tons of awesome info that you won't want to miss. So hopefully you sign up at pgl.world today. And we'll even, as you guys compete in those nights, you actually earn points to try and get into our PGL Top 10 standings. I won't be covering those standings just yet, as we are closing in on giving out this minor jackpot. As we'll see who could take home this great win, $289.85, with now Mike 10GA and Mindy Baby leading the charge. As, let's see, I-22, is that our lucky ball? No, but 073 is, as Mindy Baby over at Brothers Porcupine is taking home $289.85. Congratulations to you, Mindy Baby, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. As you guys play through this next game of Game Day Bingo, I will be taking a break, but don't miss out on it, as there is a double must-go prize in this game. I'll be back after 2 games to give out some more great prizes and finish off this lunchtime Game Day Bingo with you. Hello guys, and I am back for more of this awesome game day bingo action. I got just 3 games left with you guys. This thing goes quickly as we are at a 56 ball or less minor jackpot of $110, a major prize of $5,239, 53 balls or less, and a $43,000 mega jackpot at 49 balls or less. In the games I ended up missing out with you guys, we saw a great double must-go prize go out in that first game I missed, as TNC over at Maynard's Restaurant Rogers took home $96.30. Great job to you, TNC, taking home that lovely win. We then saw another great prize go out in that following game. As that following game, we saw a must-go of $26.90 go out to L. Jubby over at Polly's. Congratulations to you taking home that great win. Fun prize going out there as you guys continue to get after it. As we get after it, I do have some fun movies that were released on today that I'd like to highlight. As we start off with the 1987 work, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Known for the giant cast that it has with John Candy, Steve Martin, Michael McKean, Kevin Bacon, Dylan Baker, lots of other big names in that one. As this is about an easily excitable Neil Page, Steve Martin is somewhat of a control freak, trying to get home to Chicago to spend Thanksgiving with his wife and kids. His flight is rerouted to a distant city in Kansas because of a freak snowstorm, and his sanity begins to fray. Worse yet, he is forced to bunk with a talkative Del Griffin, played by John Candy, whom he finds extremely annoying. Together, they must overcome the insanity of the holidays, traveling to reach their intended destination. This is a comedy adventure movie, 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, released on today in 1987. Maybe give it a watch on today, as it's a classic with a lot of iconic actors and actresses. In particular, Steve Martin and John Candy are quite funny in it. It is a comedy adventure, but it's not my kind of comedy, but it's a good one. Only an hour, 30-minute watch. As like most movies nowadays are like 2 hours, 30 minutes. I love a good movie that doesn't take me like half my day to watch. So, Trains, Planes, and Automobiles does that for you. Next up, released on today in 1992, we got another huge cast in Aladdin, as you got Robin Williams playing the genie. You have Scott Winger playing Aladdin, Linda Larkin as Jasmine. You also got other fun actors and actresses across this work as well. It's a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes and deserves it, as it is a very good child animated family musical work. The soundtrack in it is fantastic. I think it got a few awards for its soundtrack, and it deserved it, as it was definitely a great one to be able to watch. We do have our winner here, as we got a split win on our Must-Go prize. Critchie, as well as Gina, as Critchie plays over the Lakewood Tavern, and Gina plays over at Gordy's Place. Congratulations to both of you guys, as you're each taking home $14.10 in that great win, as you split up $28.20. As we now get enrolled into this next game. This next game will now have a minor jackpot at 58 balls or less. This should be a great game number 11 of Game Day Bingo. We'll see if we can give it out at this game number 11. Just 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled. Well, 1 minute and 45 seconds, I should say now, as we get enrolled into this upcoming game. Well, as we continue to get after it, I do have another classic childhood movie, as this one's a great family watch. It's the 1998 A Bug's Life. This is a family comedy that stars not many big voices. Kevin Spacey is probably the most name, and he plays the villain Hopper. As this is a fun about Flick is an inventive ant who always messing things up in his colony. His latest mishap has destroyed the food store that was supposed to be used to pay off the grasshopper Hopper. Now, the strong-armed insect is demanding for the ants to gather double the food or face annihilation. To avert the disaster, Flick goes on a journey and recruits fighters to defend the colony. When he meets a band of high-flying circus insects, he thinks he has found his salvation. It's a fun one to be able to highlight. I'm a big fan of A Bug's Life, and it's a great watch. It's definitely a fun one. Definitely is funny that there was like two Ant movies that came out during that same time as A Bug's Life, and Ants came out on the same year, just a few months apart from each other. As Ants came out on October 2nd, actually a much bigger voice cast in Ants, as you have Woody Allen, Sylvester Stallone, Sharon Stone, Jennifer Lopez, Danny Glover, Gene Hackman, Christopher Walken, all in Ants. This one, though, is the more iconic one in my opinion, as it tells a great story and is quite funny as well. Next up, released on today in 2011, we have The Artist. This one is a movie starring John Goodman, Missy Pyle. You also have other fantastic actors in it as well. This is a comedy romance that I have not seen, but is at 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's based in the 1920s. Actor George Valentine is a bona fide Matini idol with many adoring fans. While working on his latest film, George finds himself falling in love with Peppy Miller. And what's more, it seems Peppy feels the same way. But George is reluctant because he has a wife, and the growing popularity of the sound in movies further separates the potential lovers as George's career begins to fade while Peppy's star rises. Very interesting. Don't think I would enjoy this one, but it's a 2011 work that was well received, I guess. Comedy romance released on today in 2011. Last up, released on today in 2015, we have Creed. This is a great adaptation of the Rocky. This is a great addition to the Rocky franchise. My favorite of the Creed movies, that's for sure, stars Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa, Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed, the main character. You also have Tessa Thompson as the love interest, Bianca, as she plays great and kills it in this work. Is one of the first things I really remembered her for. And then a bunch of other really good actors and actresses in this work as well. I'm a huge fan of the movie Creed, and especially the first one. I thought it was done so well. Definitely worth a watch, and is up there in my favorite of the entire Rocky movie franchise. I probably go Rocky 1, Rocky 2, and Rocky 4. And then probably the Creed is as my fourth favorite Rocky film. So great stuff there. Creed released on today in 2015. We are coming to a close of this one. It's $33.40. We'll be hitting a Lucky's Player's iPad very soon, as we'll see who can get that lucky ball to fly across. As it's B2 is the lucky ball, as Bubba over the Benton Station Sauk Rapids taking home $33 in that great win. Congratulations to you, Bubba, as we now get enrolled into this next matchup. This next game will now have a minor jackpot at 60 balls or less, and this will be the final game that I'll be live with you guys for. So get enrolled and press play, as I do not want to see this prize go into the game day bingo afterwards, as I want to give this out live, at least the minor jackpot at 60 balls or less, that's already closing in on $200, and it's continuing to grow and roll into this game. As we get after it in this game, I would like to talk about our Timberwolves, as our Timberwolves just finished up a matchup where they actually ended up losing to the Celtics 107-105. Not quite what we wanted to see, as Anthony Edwards led in points with 28 points on 9 for 21 shooting. Rudy Gobert had 20 rebounds in the matchup, and Anthony Edwards led in assists as well, as he had 7 assists in that game. Just not quite what we wanted to see out of that matchup. It was a good defensive performance for both teams. I just wanted to see it go a little bit more our way. Not quite what we wanted to see, but What are you going to say? You can't really do much about it. And we move on to our next game, as we'll be taking on a much easier opponent. Still not a give me, as they are young and talented, and that's the Houston Rockets. We'll be playing them at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Send some luck out to them as you get after it in that game. As we get after it in this game, I would like to wish anybody a happy birthday who's celebrating their birthday on this November 25th. Shout out to you guys, as we hope to see you take home some awesome prizes in these games, as you share your birthday with some really cool celebrity birthdays. Starting off in 1914, we got Joe DiMaggio, the American Baseball Hall of Fame center, 13-time MLB All-Star, 9-time World Series winner, 3-time American League MVP, has the MLB record for 56-game hitting streak, playing for the New York Yankees, one of the MLB's best, Joe DiMaggio, born on today. Next up, born on today in 1965, we got Chris Carter, the American Pro Football Hall of Fame wide receiver, 8-time Pro Bowler, first-team All-Pro in 1994 and 1999, the NFL receiving TD leader in 1995, 1997, and 1999, playing the majority of his career with the Minnesota Vikings. He is an absolute icon for the Vikings. You can see him at a lot of those Vikings games leading those Skol chants, and he is a iconic football player from his time, and in my personal opinion, no stats backing it up, he has the greatest hands in NFL history. He is the one that popularized the one-hand catch, in my opinion, as I just remember seeing highlight videos after highlight videos of him just snagging it out of the air, and just with those amazing hands, really was entertaining, and just continues the long legacy of great wide receivers to rock the purple and gold, with him, Randy Moss, and now Justin Jefferson rocking the purple and gold as well. We always got all-pro guys at that position. Next up, born on today in 1971, we got Christina Applegate, the American actress who did Married with Child and Dead to Me, and lots of other works. Happy birthday to all those fun celebrities there. We do have one more Minnesota sports team I want to give a quick shout out to, and that's our Minnesota Twins. You guys can actually play a game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for called Twins Win. You can check out the Home Run Derby bonus round in that game, or if you pick out the lucky batter, you'll be taking home a grand slam prize. It's definitely a fun one there to be able to highlight. Hopefully you guys go check it out. We are coming down to the tail end of this game as 4 balls away for Bella over the Up the Creek Grill and Bar. Should be a lot of fun as we wait and see who could take home $205.63. But still, we got players in line to be able to take home that major prize, so I don't want to move on too quickly, as it's looking like it's going to be a tough swing here, as the major prize won't be going out, but the minor jackpot still has a high likelihood of hitting the lucky player's iPad. We now got Price, maybe Vincent Price, out there 2 balls away. We'll see if they can end up taking it home, as now Mimi has joined up with them, one of our top players out there. As $205, will it go out? Right here, right now, we got our last ball dropping. No, that means that minor jackpot will be growing and rolling into more game day bingo. You have to wait to get into that game day bingo after this matchup of Lucky 4 Bingo. You guys will be getting enrolled for over the next 2 minutes. But currently in this game, we got Bella over the Upper Creek Grill and Bar in Silver Creek, taking home $42.30. Congratulations to you, Bella, as we now get enrolled into some Lucky 4 Bingo. $67,000, and that's continuing to grow as you guys get enrolled into this game. And as you get enrolled, I do have a quick player spotlight I'd like to go over, as Jay Swizzy over at the Prairie Grill and Bowl took home $9,174. And over at the Prairie Grill and Bowl, they support the Belle Plaine Friends of the Library. Their mission is to promote the Belle Plaine Public Library and education. They're going through some big changes out there in Belle Plaine in that library, and so it's great to be supporting them right now, and awesome to see that charity out there working with the Prairie Grill and Bowl, as Jay Swizzy was definitely taking home a great prize at that location. Well, enjoy the rest of this awesome Lucky 4 Bingo, as well as some more Game Day Bingo. I'll be back here for some awesome Game Day Bingo from 4 to 6 tonight for some happy hour bingo action. Well, remember, as you play these games, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.